So in this video, I'm going to explain you how to change the dies while designing. So I'm gonna give you an example with these two incisal, the number 11 and 21. And let's say that the doctor didn't prep really well the two teeth. So, you know, the prep is too forward, so we don't have enough space to make a reduction to be then able to do a good job with the porcelain. So what we are gonna do, you're gonna just click on design. Okay, once we scan all of our upper, lower dies, whatever we have, okay, we create the project, we click on design and we go into our CAD. And inside here, what we want to do right now is to make two offset coping, okay, out of PMMA. The material is gonna be PMMA. So we click next. Okay, we gotta find the margin, which is pretty okay. Okay, click next, and now generating crown bottom. So all right, here we are. What we want to do here, we want to put inside the parameter for the PMMA. So we don't want to be really tight, we want to be a little bit in the loosey side. So 0.4 here, and we're gonna make 0.4 right here on the axial and radial, so for a total of 0.08. And the margin is gonna be 0.4. Here we can leave it 2, and here we can leave it 160. Undercut is gonna be 1.05, okay? And then we can apply. Why I'm doing this? Why I want to make two offset copying? Because what we are going to do right now with those two offset copying out of PMMA, we are going to grind, right, the part that is needed over the die. So basically we take these two offset copying, we put over our preps, and then we start grinding the tips of the preps or whatever is needed. So then those two offset coping out of PMMA, we will deliver with the entire case to the dentist, because then the dentist will put those two PMMA in the mouth, and then it will grind the part that is needed. Okay, it's gonna be like a kind of reference. Okay, so in this point we just click next. Now we have our two teeth. Just to give you an idea, if we put our jaw scan and these two teeth right here, as you can see, we don't have a lot of space for the gingiva. The minimum thickness for the, for the porcelain, the minimum thickness is right here. So, you know, we will not have a good reduction. So what we want to do in this case, just put the two teeth there, we click next. And once it's adapt, we can skip this step. And when we are in shrinking, we are gonna put 3 millimeters, okay? Because instead of to choose offset copying, I choose copying, and there is a reason, and I'm gonna show you in a few. So here I'm gonna do 3 millimeter, I apply, and so now I have two offset copying, okay? We click next, and these are the two offset copying. What we're gonna do now, we gotta take these two offset copying and we mailing out of PMMA. Then, as I already explained you, we took these two PMMA offset copying, we put over the die, and we grind the part that is needed, okay, to create space for the porcelain. All right. And once you do that, you will have two new dies basically, okay, with a different shape, okay, and you gotta rescan it. And when you rescan it, it's right here, you see, I have 11 new, which is this one, and then I have 21 new, which is basically this one but modify, right? So what we want to do now is we can go, we have our 2 PMMA, so we can go back, okay, we're gonna of course change the parameters for the zirconia, which is gonna be 0.035 or 3, it's okay, and additional space we can do 0.01, oh, 0.01, and then we do border, we can do 0.15, angle 0.1, 60, it's okay, 1.05, it's okay. So these are the right parameters. So once we change the parameter, we go to expert, okay? And what we want to do right now, we want to just take off the minimum thickness, we want to take off all the preparation, right? And we want to keep the jaw, scan, and the 2 die. And now we're gonna click edit mesh. Of course, now everything comes out again, it's not a problem. And what we'll do, we will cut off these 2 dies, and I will tell you why in a few seconds. So you cut them off, just of course, you know, just from the margin all the way up. You gotta keep, like, you know, just some parts of the die, because then it's gonna be really helpful to match the new die, okay? And we click delete, okay? And now what we will do is we go to tool, we go to add remove mesh. Right here in our menu, we will choose extra jaw scan, we click load, and we choose the 11 new, and we click OK, which is this one right here. Okay, OK again. We click with the right button of the mouse on this die, and we choose align scans. And at this point, what we gotta do, we gotta take this part and we gotta choose 2 points, one here and one right here, which is, you know, the same spot. And as you can see, now we basically match the new shape of our die, which we just grind here on the top, with the old die, right? And we click OK. Then here we have 3 options. You gotta choose the first one, merge scan data, merge the extra jaw scan into the primary jaw scan. Overlapping surface from the primary jaw scan will be removed. This operation is retrievable. So that's why I told you to delete the, you know, the dies and just keep the part below the margin, because, you know, by clicking here we are going to overlap everything. Okay, so this is the new die and is right in the same position as the old one, but this is modified right here. And now what we are gonna do, we're gonna do the same with the number 21. So add remove mesh, extra jaw scan, load, 21 new, open, okay, click on it, align scan, and right here 2 points, first one here, second one here, which is the same spot, and now it's align really well. We can click OK, merge the scan data. And now we have our Joe scan, we have our new 2 dies, okay. And I'm gonna show you the difference as well. So if we go to add remove mesh, I go to generate validation, load, and then I import the old one, which is the number 11 and the 21, okay. And I click OK, keep individual. You can see that this part is missing, of course, and this part as well, because these are the 2 old dies before I grind to make space for the porcelain. So this is really helpful because sometimes we are in the middle of a project and we figure these things, and instead of to start the project you know, from the beginning, from scratch, we can always find a way to, you know, to work it out and proceed with our design. So in this case I'm gonna cancel. So at this point I have everything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna regenerate a new margin, okay. So I'm gonna regenerate a new prep, and then I'm gonna click OK. So the shape of my prep is gonna take the shape of my dies, okay, because you see here it's open because of course this is an old prep, right? So by clicking here and choose the correct margin line, you know, adjust the margin if needed, and then we click OK, we are regenerating the margin and all the prep. So as you can see now, you see we don't have that space anymore, so our prep is okay, and you know, crown bottom as well, you see, because it's following the prep. So we have 0.03, 0.4, 0.01, 0.15, 0.1, 60, 1.05, which are the exactly same parameter we use. So we click OK, no problem. And from here we can go back to the wizard, and you know, you can position your teeth and make the final restoration out of zirconia. But right now we will have space for the reduction, so we have space for the porcelain. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next.